Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got an excellent show for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. So, boy, oh boy, this is turning into be some kind of month. February got it kicking off, got it popping off in a way that none of us expected it, especially with this bombshell trade that went down, and a lot of people are reacting to it. Right, a lot of people are reacting to it, but one of the people that's now become a new member of the ESPN family is Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley was featured yesterday on a segment on Get Up with Mike Greenberg and Michael Wilbon, and they were reacting to this trade that just went down with the Lakers. And if you know anything about Charles Barkley, you know that he's not going to pull any of his punches. He's going to tell you exactly what he thinks. And there's no exception here. So they're talking about it. They didn't get to the point where they were essentially saying, do you believe that the Luka and LeBron pairing is going to work? Because some people feel like it's going to work, and a lot of people feel like, hey, this thing may not work. And in typical Charles Barkley fashion, he basically said, look, imminent disaster could potentially be on the way, because he said anybody that knows basketball knows that this trade is just not going to work. But before we get into what Chuck had to say, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, GameTime. With the year almost over, I am super excited about creating memories with family and friends by attending various plays, theater shows, and sporting events. And when it comes time to look for tickets, GameTime is my go-to. GameTime is one of the most reliable marketplaces for last-minute tickets to the most popular events in sports, music, and theater in more than 60 cities across the United States and Canada. GameTime saves me money, time, and stress. It finds the best deals and guarantees that the tickets are legit, and it makes sure that the tickets are delivered to me on time. GameTime Picks is my favorite tool. It cuts through the fluff and shows you the best deals on great seats near you, so you don't waste time searching. For example, I'm really looking forward to this upcoming game between the Lakers and the Clippers. Here's what I like to do. First, I select an all-in price to see the total ticket price up front, so I'm not surprised by the additional fees at checkout. Next, I click on GameTime Picks to check out their curated deals. And finally, I pick the ticket I want. I choose the cheapest deal, the great deal, or the amazing deal. Once you select the ticket you want, you can use their panoramic seat view to ensure you know exactly what you're getting before you buy. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with GameTime. Download the app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and use redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do now is want to play exactly what Charles Barkley had to say here, and then we're going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to Charles here.
Brian Windhorst and Mike, and we've been talking about it for 3 or 4 years. He clearly is not watching us on television talking, man, this guy's a great player. If he ever got in shape, he could be even better. Same thing with Zion. But because they have so much power, nobody on the team in New Orleans can say to Zion, man, you as good as you are, you're talented, but you could be a superstar if you got in shape. Same thing with Luka. He's always hurt. Nobody, Mike just said it, and he can't guard anybody. And Nico, hey, listen, Nico risked his job. Number one, I gave him his flowers earlier because he stood there and took y'all questions. He didn't want to say it. I don't know if this guy's going to get in shape. I can't risk giving him $350 million. I got to give that guy his credit. He made a decision. Now, it's one of those decisions where you're either going to lose your job or keep your job. But like Monica said and Perk said, the Dallas Maverick, the Lakers, that's going to be fascinating because I don't think Luka and LeBron can play together. That's my personal opinion, because neither one of them can play without the ball. That's going to be very fascinating. So we're looking at them down the line. I think they brought LeBron in to be a mentor for Luka. Like Mike just said it, LeBron's body is incredible. He's one of the greatest players ever, but from condition, I think they're hoping that rubs off on Luka. But I don't think they're going to have great success together. But the Dallas Mavericks have already stepped to the table. They're the second best team in the West. And listen, I love OKC, but the Dallas Mavericks are the second best team. When we wake up today, the Dallas Mavericks are the second best team in the West, plain and simple.
So you heard what Charles Barkley had to say. He feels that this trade is not going to work for the Lakers. One of my thoughts on what he's saying. First of all, I think one of the reasons he's saying that is because Luka and LeBron essentially play the same position. Number two, they have essentially the same playing style where they need the ball in their hand. They have to initiate the offense. The offense goes through them. Both of these guys are not really good at playing off the ball. They're not really good at it, although they can do it occasionally, where Luka played with Kyrie. They got some success. And then LeBron played with Kyrie. But the fundamental difference here is this. LeBron playing with Kyrie, they play different positions. And they have different playing styles. In the case of Luka, him and LeBron play the same position, and they have very similar playing styles, which means that someone is going to need to take a back seat here. Someone is going to need to take a back seat here, and I think the someone needs to be LeBron. Because Luka, it's the younger, better player. Luka Doncic is 15 years LeBron's junior. 15 years. He's going to be the star for now and going into the future. So LeBron, it would behoove him to take the back seat. The question is, Willie, what will he feel about his numbers being affected? Is he going to try to do what he did with Anthony Davis? That's something we have to wait and see. And how are Laker fans going to be? How are they going to respond to that if they see that LeBron is trying to ball hog over Luka Doncic? Number one, is Luka Doncic going to demand that he gets the ball, although he said LeBron is his favorite player of all time? That's going to be an interesting dynamic. Now, there's another wrinkle in all of this that a lot of people are bringing up, which I didn't think of, which is the Lakers want LeBron around to kind of rub off on Luka some of his habits, especially when it comes to dieting and nutrition and his approach in terms of being a professional to the game of basketball. That's an angle that I didn't see before, and I think it makes a lot of sense. There could be some truth to that. And if that's the case, then that's pretty smart on the Lakers' part, right? Because when it comes to nutrition, taking your body, I think that's a great thing. The question is, LeBron willing to take on a mentorship role with Luka Doncic? This is something we have to see, right? This is something we have to see. But from a basketball standpoint, if we're looking at this trade, I think the Dallas Mavericks won this trade for the present moment, because I think Anthony Davis is going to fit seamlessly into what the Dallas Mavericks are looking to do. They have a great offensive team. They have a great defensive team. And now hopefully we see Anthony Davis really blossom as an offensive player, although we've seen that before in the past, but this time playing alongside Kyrie Irving. In the case of the Lakers, they will still need to make some more moves. They're going to still need to have to improve on the defensive side of the floor. But in terms of the LeBron and Luka pairing, a lot of people think it's not going to work. And I'm probably of the same mindset that it's not going to work. Obviously, we can all be wrong because we're not fortune tellers here, but this is just what I think. So the question to the audience is simply this. Do you think the pairing of LeBron James and Luka Doncic is going to work on the basketball court? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comments section. We catch you on the next show. Peace.